Now, former England and Spurs goalkeeper Paul Robinson is with us. Nice to see you, Paul. Dele Alli, great move for Everton, great move for the player?
I think, yeah, for both, really. I think Dele's needed a move for a long time now. I think he's, for want of a better phrase, maybe gone a little bit stale, maybe needed a new challenge, a fresh voice. And I think there's been a number of managers at Tottenham that haven't been able to get a tune out of Dele Alli. Listen, he's still a fantastic talent. I think we forget how young Dele Alli actually is. He's still only 25. Not long ago, he was an England regular, not just a squad regular, but a first 11 regular. He was a starter. And he's got an unbelievable talent. I think he plays better in a freer role without the responsibilities. The managers that have been at Tottenham haven't been able to get the best out of him, but I think for him as an individual, for his career, he's still got a long time left at the top of his game if he wants it. And I think going to play under somebody like Frank Lampard, who could potentially understand the player and get the best from him.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Do you think that this is good for Lampard and good for Ali, a good match, the two of them?
I think it is, yeah, because I think Frank understands a lot of what Dele's been through in his career, and his young career as well, at England and at club level. And Dele is a fantastic talent, and he's still got a lot to give. I think the way that certain managers at Tottenham have played, he's not had a great relationship with any manager since Pochettino was there. So I think, you know, Conte's come in, he's got his own ideas, he wants to put his own stamp on the squad, which we've seen today with players coming in and out. And for Dele, I think it's a great move. I think he's got an opportunity to play week in and week out under a manager who will give him the freedom to play. When you look at Everton's sign, if Beek goes in there, you know, you look at Richarlison, you look at Calvert-Lewin, it's quite exciting that Richarlison and Dele could play in behind Calvert-Lewin with Beek alongside Allen and Decore. It really looks like it could strengthen that Everton side.
Now, we all know Dele Alli can play, but all of those managers can't have all been wrong. So what's been the problem?
Dele's a fantastic talent and he's a very creative player, and he looks to me, he plays off the cuff, he plays without responsibility, and it looks like Dele's been trying too hard. And I think it's very hard when you get criticised as a player. You're not in the team week in and week out. You get given your opportunity, you maybe try too hard and it doesn't come naturally to you what you're actually trying to do. I think, listen, you're not making excuses for the player. He clearly has taken his eye off the ball. You know, something has not been right for a lot of managers not to pick him. But then you do need a change of scenery. You need a fresh voice. You need a fresh opinion. And we see that with a lot of players, whether it's a new manager at a club, which hasn't worked for Dele, or whether it's a move for him. And I think, yes, he has to take some responsibility on his own shoulders why things haven't worked out with his own performances, because his performances haven't been good enough for a long time now. This is not something recent, this is not something that's happened overnight, but it's his own performances, it's his own levels that he set himself that we know that he could achieve before that he hasn't been able to do of late.
Well, we've got a bit more on Dele Alli now. Bella?
Yeah, absolutely. We can cross live now to Everton's training ground and join our reporter Vinny O'Connor. Vinny, good evening. Where are we at with the Dele Alli deal?
Well, Everton in positive mood that they can get this deal done. We know that Chairman Bill Kenwright has been speaking with his Spurs counterpart Daniel Levy this afternoon, negotiating the terms of this deal, and it is believed that agreement has been reached. In fact, we know that agreement has been reached, and therefore Dele Alli is undergoing a medical. It's not taking place on Merseyside. We understand that'll be taking place down south as well. So Everton remain positive that they can get this deal over the line before that 11 o'clock deadline and add to their squad. And of course, they have already announced one new signing today, that being the acquisition of Donny van de Beek until the end of the season. They released a club statement around about 20 minutes or so ago. In it, it says Van de Beek insists he is ready to go straight into Lampard's team if selected for next Tuesday's Premier League visit to Newcastle. He is, of course, cup-tied for Saturday's meeting with Brentford, and Donny van de Beek is eager to show Evertonians the extent of his talent. There are quotes from Van de Beek as well. He says, "Now I can say I am an Everton player. I am really happy and can't wait to help the team. I think it's a great club. There are really good players here, and I came because I want to help them go up the table. I hope to bring my football qualities by passing and, of course, scoring goals. I had a really positive meeting with the new coach. We have the same ideas about football, and he had a lot of influence on my decision. I played against him when I was at Ajax and he was at Chelsea as manager, so he knows me as a player. He thinks I have the qualities that can help the team." Clearly, then, a player that Frank Lampard wanted to bring to the club. Another player that Frank Lampard wants to bring to the club is Dele Alli, and we understand it that deal continues to edge closer. Dele Alli undergoing a medical tonight.